Welcome to the Cinefied podcast, the show where we sit around and talk movies, and sometimes the movies aren't that great. I think we both agree on this one. I am joined by one of my favorite guests, Chris.
That's me.
As GortheMovieGod. How you doing?
I was good until all right. I'm good. We'll get to it. We'll get
to it very quickly. So a bit of background with this movie. This is sorta not officially inspired by the board game Hungry Hungry Hippos. It basically back in the early 2010s, you may remember a little film called Battleship that came out, and during that time period, there was Rihanna who was very bad in it. And
wait, the Rihanna was bad in it? From This Is the End? There's no way.
I know. That's crazy. But there was a bunch of fake trailers that came out during that time on YouTube. And one of those fake trailers, and a very impressive fake trailer, is called Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Yeah, I think I watched that. I remember that coming out, and I think I watched that trailer.
I mean, it was well edited. I mean, I don't know where the footage really came from. I mean, obviously, a lot of those fake trailers took stuff from other movies and put it together, but I mean, it was very well stitched together. So, and when this movie was announced and it was called Hungry, it's obviously, leading towards that comparison. Now, I don't know if they have the rights to really do that, but
I'm already pissed off by the title because the title's already a lie.
I was going to say that. So essentially, it's a creature feature from a director who has done a creature feature before. He did a shark film back in the early 2010s called Shark Bite, I think.
Shark Bite?
I don't think
it
could have been Shark Night.
No, you're probably right. I was just going to guess Shark Night because I was around that time. And I saw that movie. That movie sucks. So
that was like the 3D one, right?
Yeah,
the one that was like, no, this one was a Tubi original. So
Tubi original back in 2011.
I know. Well, yeah, or I think it was like 2013. But yeah, still like super early for the Tubi days. And the director is James Nunn. He hasn't done a ton of stuff. So this is really this one is gaining a bit of steam, even so. To the point where it was originally going to be a VOD only release on June 23rd, but now it's actually getting a theatrical release this week on June 3rd. So we'll see how that does. But
we'll see.
But I will say I'll give it. I feel like we should just be very straightforward, Chris.
Oh yeah.
And just say, we did not care for this film. Would you agree?
Yes. Halfway through, I was like, okay, we're building up. I don't really care about any of these characters, but a couple of them were okay. I was like, all right, I kind of like the old guy or whatever. All right, let's see. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's not very good. And the more I think about it, I've had 20 minutes to think about it. I was in the shower thinking about it. I'm like, that movie sucks. That sucked, bro. It was just not it's not good. We'll get into it.
Well, the big thing is I have a lot of bullet points just of how the plot played out. But so we'll dive into spoilers pretty quick. But as you said, Chris, the title is a lie. The reason why it's a lie is because they want to make it, where people go, oh, Hungry Hungry Hippos. But why is it a lie, Chris? Why is it a lie?
Because they say, and I didn't know this, hippos are herbivores. So I had no idea that. They say that at one point while I was half falling asleep. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, this one wants to eat people, whatever. And it's like, we've seen that before. It's a herbivore, what? And then he wants to eat you, whatever, okay. But then you find out he doesn't want to eat anybody. It uses its mouth to attack, yes, but the hippo doesn't want to eat anybody. It just wants to protect its young, which is so obvious because this movie has a motherhood theme, I guess, because there's two mothers in the movie, and then you got the hippo, and then you have the main girl who talks about her mother here and there. So I guess its theme is motherhood, but it's I think Cocaine Bear had a better like theme about motherhood, and that like this movie reminded me of Cocaine Bear towards the end, except not as violent.
I don't like that movie, and
I don't care for either. But
and this is I sort of get what you're getting at there, but
it's not as comedic, that's for sure.
Yeah,
it should have went for that tone, like whether you like the humor or not. Like it should have had that exact tone. If you're gonna do a Hungry Hungry Hippos like horror movie, you don't play it off seriously. I don't think so, at least, or you play it so seriously it ends up being comedic. This is like so bored, like just right there and like boring middle ground of standard. You know what also reminded me of? You ever watch Hatchet?
I've not watched Hatchet. No, it's on my list.
It's like Hatchet, except no violence, and there's a hippo, because they're in the bayou in that movie too, and they're on the tour also, same thing as here, and they have like the same kind of stupid characters. You have like, I think there's like a rich guy, and there's like an the old guy's more like a fat guy or whatever, and they like except that it's a slasher. And this is
that's why I was like, I wonder about the comparison, because this is creature feature, and I always assumed Hatchet was a slasher.
Yeah, and you even have gator hunters in there, kind of like you have here for
that makes sense.
The Fast Five villain guy. That's the only thing I recognize him from. He's the villain in Fast and Furious 5. But
the villain in Fast 5 is the villain in Hatchet. Or the
villain no. The villain in I'm sorry. The good guy, the hunter guy in Hungry. The guy is like, he's like, he goes on the boat and comes in and does.
Yeah. So nothing. Walker.
That's his name, Walker.
Shop. Yeah. I made notes.
Yeah. He's the villain in Fast Five.
Walker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing I recognize any of the actors from. Yeah. Fast Five's great. I love it.
So the beginning of the movie immediately had me a little concerned because and this film is going to be super easy to breeze through. Here on out, we don't recommend it. Spoilers. So we're just kind of going to be ranting about maybe
there's not much
positives,
to spoil. So,
but
a couple of positives we'll get to, I guess.
But and some of these we might disagree on, but the opening scene where we see this gator that's going towards a turtle, and we see the beacon on the gator, and then we see a mysterious thing attack, but we don't actually see it attack, and it's dark as shit.
Yeah, it's really dark.
And it's obviously daylight when I was watching this, but I was just like, I can't see anything. Is the whole movie going to be like this? Luckily, a good portion of it is in the daylight, and that is one of my pluses of the film, is that when they first wreck and they're stranded and there is this hippo, they're doing a Jaws thing. Like you don't really see the hippo / shark, and when you do, it's kind of in the distance, and it's actually relatively like well done. Like it looks polished enough. But then after, not the first attack, because the first attack is also very Jaws, just dragged under the water, but then the actual B-movie jump out of the water attack.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that. I didn't know. I was just like, did she die?
Yeah. And then they show her later under the boat and she's fine. I thought this movie was going to be rated R. God, I'm sorry. I need to get right to it. I guess it might have been, because there's a couple scenes that's a little like you see a bone sticking out of a leg at one point, and then there's some blood. So this might be like a light rated R. But it could easily pass for PG-13. I don't know anymore these days. Like things could be PG-13 and have a lot of violence in it, or it could be rated R and has like just cursing. There was like no cursing in this movie. I don't remember hearing a single curse word that was like, like an R-rated curse word. I don't think I've heard. There's one character that's obviously horny the entire time, and he keeps looking at the girls. He's like, but there's no like sex or anything as you expect from like a horror movie. It's very vanilla. If it's rated R, it's the lightest R rated I've ever seen. It doesn't have a rating as of currently, which is funny because it comes out in like 3 days, as we just said. It still has no rating. I looked up, there's no rating for it. I'm like, what? But yeah, like I agree the jump out part was goofy looking, but that's what I kind of wanted. I mean, I agree with you.
I did, but it didn't match the tone.
No, it did not. No, you're right. It didn't, because like the whole time, first of all, the characters are stupid. One falls in, which I don't even remember how they fell in. They just like slipped or something like that. and then the other girl, the mom fell in, and then the friend fell in to help the mom, I think, or something. I don't even remember, but I just watched this movie.
So what happened was, the hippo had revealed itself, and enough, and the mom they were mainly hanging out in trees, and some of them were on the capsized boat, and the hippo rammed into the tree where the mom fell from. That's what caused that, and then that caused the whole thing where they managed to get the mom up, because, and then
they got the mom up easily. They keep doing
the
this thing where they show the underwater, like, oh, the hippo's gonna attack. Oh, it didn't attack. Oh, it's not gonna attack. It didn't attack. And then when they do the attack scene, it's just out of nowhere, and there's no tension to it because she's like, "I'm in the tree now," haha. And then the hippo goes, "Oh!" It's just and knocks her out of the tree and eats her, I guess.
Yeah. Or does he eat her? Or she?
I don't know.
It's a mother.
Protecting her kid, I guess. Even though no one's near her kid. I don't.
Yeah, they're like far away. Like they established that where. We'll get to. So I jumped around. That's my bad. I really don't think we're going to be talking about this for that long because it is a very cut and dry script. So essentially, there's some notes that I like. There's some of the quotes, some of the dialogue are just atrocious. Like,
it's just like, let's quickly build this character's backstory so they can die, or you kind of feel bad for them when they get killed. Maybe, I guess. I didn't give a shit. The only character I care for is Big Ben.
Yeah,
that was the alligator. Rest in peace, Big Ben. I wish you were in this movie. At least we would have gotten cooler kills, most likely. Lake Placid's not a good movie, but it's got good kills. Like, I know. Anyway,
but one of the quotes or dialogue that pops up is, they establish, we're in New Orleans, and therefore we will eventually get into the bayous. And they say, we're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time. And then that sets off a montage of them partying, because the main character, played by Madison Davenport, Sistine, has been laid off from her job. Over the phone, she establishes that she had done a bunch of extra hours and that she requested it off and stuff. So I'm like, why are you getting fired? What is this about? Like,
he's like, I know you requested off hours, but you're fired. Bye. It was like what? Like, I didn't get that at all. And what a weird character thing to do is, like, she works hard. Like, usually it's always like the generic thing about like the mother, which that's still there. Like, the mother got sick. I guess she died. I guess I don't remember if she said.
They don't establish it. They just say that she's working hard to pay off her mother's medical bills.
Okay, all right. But like, it's like, usually if you're gonna do a generic horror movie backstory for a character, it's usually like Mortuary Assistant. It was like the mom died.
Thanks for reminding me that.
Well, mom died and the dad got killed by a ghost demon. That's like, because she was high off.
Slipped on a rock.
Yeah, he slipped on a rock. They slipped on some ground and hit a rock. Like, damn, bro. But it was still generic. This was like, I work really hard at my 7-Eleven job and they fired me. It's like, all right, it's cool. I don't like what. I'm supposed to feel bad for people because I guess the sick mom. Sure, whatever.
Yeah,
I've never even seen the mom.
No.
Why should I care?
No, we never see. There's two instances of sick characters. There's that we'll get introduced to the characters. Basically, at the bar after she gets fired, she wants to go home, but her friend, played by Olivia Barnston, who's Hannah, who we mentioned, gets killed for one of the first quote unquote
the trailer
kills.
Shot. Trailer shot. I'm pretty sure it's in the trailer.
It's the poster shot, not this poster I chose, but most of the posters. It's,
that poster's way too good for this movie, though.
Which, by the way, that tagline, "This hippo isn't playing games." It's like that's all it's doing. It's just playing games.
Literally, all it's doing is messing with them for no reason. No reason. They didn't do anything. What? Because a gate fell on your kid, and the hippo's like, "I'm killing everybody." I guess it's supposed to be for the whatever. I guess we'll get into it. They try to like do some Resident Evil shit where like you go into a house and then there's a bunch of documents everywhere and you learn about the backstory of the main villain. Every Resident Evil game does that, where you're just like, all right, let me see. Oh,
really?
okay, it was a T virus. Wow, surprising. It was a virus. Who would have thought? But like they try to do something like that. Well, I guess we'll get to it.
Yeah.
It's really lame.
It's literally like maybe like 8 bullet points down. It's that quick a timeline.
Yeah, because there's nothing happening in this movie. They stay on a boat and they go, oh, I hope that hippo doesn't come back. And then they have to get something, and then the hippo comes back and kills one of them in a bloodless, boring fucking way. You can't even tell what's happening.
No, Chris. No, there is
blood.
Blood. It's in the water.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of blood in the water. Which, by the way, I mean the water's so murky.
Yeah.
But that, I don't know. I mean, they make sure the blood is very visible in that murky ass water. You know? It's noticeable. So I'll give them that. But
we'll get to one moment. But I did sincerely I did think that they were going to do a mid-credits, not mid-credits, and after-credits thing, because I was just like, you left something open-ended. So I'm like, you're going to be like,
yeah. You talk about.
Well, and so they basically are now going to go on a tour, for a gator tour, with this guy that they met at the bar who runs, or is a tour guide for Gator Joe's, and the tour guide is Rodrigo, And Rodrigo is played by Michael Curiel. And to be honest, I think out of the actors, the 3 I've mentioned so far, I think he's the best of the 3.
Yeah. He's the most likable character. Mainly because, I don't know.
He's a charming tour guide. Yeah. He somehow lured them to buy these tickets, these non-refundable tickets, apparently. It was just like, she already bought the ticket.
I thought he was going to be like a villain or something, because I didn't know what the actual story for this was. I thought it was going to end up being like they lure in people for the hippo to kill for some reason, which I want to say that was the premise of that Shark Night movie I mentioned before, where like they lure people in to get killed by the sharks
really?
For whatever. I think that was it. I watched that movie. It was a piece of shit, but but no, I thought my other thing was the Hunter guy, the Fast Five villain actor. I thought it was going to be revealed that he was like, he's the one who like smuggled in the hippo and then brought it there and let it grow, and then waited for it to kill someone so you could go and have a reason to hunt it or something like something like that. That would have been more interesting than what happens. Anyway, So anyway, they go on a tour guide.
That would have been good.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
But it's okay. You're smarter than the screenwriter.
Whatever. But who was it written by James Nunn?
Sure was.
Yeah. Do you think they gave him the budget because they misread and thought it's a James Gunn? Oh, James Gunn wants to do a hippo movie.
It's a Garfield situation.
The Ethan Coen. He's like, oh, the Coen brothers made this. Coen's like, oh no, one of the Coen brothers. Nice. Yeah.
But they have a hangover. They wake up. The guy comes to collect them along with other guests. And this is where we meet our other characters. We have Grandpa, who's Tim. We have the grandson, who's Mikey, or goes by Mike, depending on if he's flirting or not. You got the mother, which is Sally. And then you have also not Diane. Dion or Di or D. I don't remember.
Funny enough, Di is what I wanted her to do most of the movie.
Me too. And she's a fancy dressed woman that's very unprepared for the wilderness. Her whole reason for being there is to impress her stepchildren, I guess. I don't know. Why did you wear heels? You know, come on. You're smart businesswoman. You don't know that the bayou is like there's going to be a little bit of mud. It's not going to be like the best for high heels. Like I don't get it. I don't get it either.
They have to have like
it's supposed to go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say they just wanted that kind of character where she's like I thought she was gonna act like the rich like upper class, like I'm like disgusting or something like that. I'm like, why are you here? But no, she doesn't even act like that. Immediately she climbs up a tree pretty quickly. So I'm like, damn, okay. And like I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
Well, one of the things this character did feel like, and it is, they just don't go all the way with her. Where like there are villainous moments of her.
Yeah, one in particular.
Two in particular.
Two. But the second one I understood. Like she has a point there. The first one, no one even brings that up when she does that, and then what happens. no one goes like, oh, I can't believe you did that. Not even the mom. The mom's just like, no, my son, I'm crazy now.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the
way. Yeah.
Again, we'll get
which
to
I
it.
get, which I get. But so they then learn at the station where the tour begins that Walker, who's the hunter, the owner, the guy that runs this whole thing, he introduces the concept that a hippopotamus was supposed to come over into the United States, but that was a failed operation. It didn't happen. And so he has a souvenir skull from his journey over in Africa.
It did not happen. Don't expect a hippo. It's not here. Didn't happen. I love that, by the way. I love he has just a hippo skull there. Like, I thought he was gonna be like a big, like, you ever watch the movie Tusk?
I love Tusk. I have a poster of Tusk right above me.
Oh, yeah. I like Tusk too. It's a fun movie, especially if you listen to the podcast where they describe the movie before they ever made it. That's fun. Yeah. They put that in the credits. I'm sure you know that, but I thought it was gonna be like that, where he has this not fetish for hippos, but like he deep respect and love for hippos. I thought that's gonna be it, and then later on he finds out there's a hippo. He's like, hippo, and that was it. Like I thought he could be like, a hippo. Let's go! It's like my whole life waiting for this. Yeah. He's like, a hippo. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, let's get out of the water.
It's like we gotta get you over there for the greater good of the hippos, Mr. Hippo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would have been better if he protected the hippo. I don't know who he's protecting the hippo from, but the 90-pound redheaded woman. What she gonna do? But whatever. Yeah, they could have did something. They could have did something. Anything.
But then we get another really stupid but memorable line from Walker the Hunter, which is, the only cute hippo is a dead hippo. and then it tries to get $5 for a photo of the skull.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous line. I'm like, no, I mean, the baby hippo at the end looked cute, I guess.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, I'm like, nothing cuter than a crushed in headed hippo after you blowed its brains out. So cute. Yeah. What a dumbass line. When James Nunn wrote that, he was like, yeah, I'm cooking.
Yeah. It definitely was something.
Yeah. And no hate to James Nunn, just in case he's watching. Yeah. No hate. No. You made your movie. You made the Hungry Hungry Hippos movie. Nobody else could. You did it.
Yeah. So. And I'll say, there are good elements to your movie if you are watching. But obviously, it's just when you have a concept like this, it should play more into either, if you're going to go the serious route, go completely serious. And if you're going to go the goofy route, go super extreme and gory, Damien Leone it,
that would be awesome. I understand a hippo, you can only do so many kills, because he's just got a big mouth, but you can make it, you could crush somebody.
You don't see it kill anybody. You see it, really you see blood and you see it rip the person off the tree.
Yeah. You see splashing water. One time where he crushes somebody against the gate, which was she a little bit of blood, and I was like, come on, I want to see guts fly out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, go nuts. That's how heavy is a hippo? It's running at you, crushing
tons.
You. Yeah. I'm about to say that should immediately, her skull should have popped out of her head like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
The eyes coming out. Yeah. Looney Tunes it up.
Yeah.
Or I guess Who Framed Roger Rabbit up. Christopher Lloyd. Yeah.
When I killed your brother, I talk just like this.
That's a good one, man. Yeah, I like that. So after that, we are establishing after the only cute hippo is a dead hippo. We established that Mikey, the grandson character, is a little too into these two girls. This established he's the horny character of the bunch, but he doesn't do a lot with it. He just talks.
He looks at one of them as they take their shirt off because it's hot, and he's like,
yeah.
And then the grandpa's like, "What are you doing? Get out of the way." He's like, "Oh."
He didn't give any he didn't give any kind of like I guess it's a grandpa figure, not like a father figure. But if you look at like Alan Arkin and like Little Miss Sunshine, the grandpa figure gives advice there. It'd be like this is what you gotta do.
Just go and talk to her. I know we're getting attacked by at this point an unknown monster, but
we don't know how long we're gonna be here. It's like make the most of it, kid.
Yeah, come on. I want to see my great grandkids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we then get kind of like a really weird other piece of dialogue and just action that happens here, where they first get onto the boat and everybody joins them, and they flirt, and while they're flirting, the Dion character, I'm going to call her Di. I'm going to say Di. Di drops her phone, and the main character of Sistine picks it up and goes, "Oh, are those your kids? They're beautiful."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's such a weird thing to say. Like, why even say anything about the person's phone?
Yeah, why'd you even look at the phone? Just pick it up and give it to her. You're like, it's like, well, let me see. Here, like you like quickly go pick it up so you can look at it first. They're like, oh, cool kids. Like, all right. It's just to establish that she has kids, except she really doesn't. We'll get to how it goes. Like when you find out who they are, it's just like, damn, all right.
Well, I mean,
it's just step kids. You find out.
So
step kids,
but
sure, but like why didn't they just make her? Why'd they have to do step kids? Like, did it matter? They could just made them her actual kids. It didn't.
No, it didn't matter. So there was no reason for it. I don't know if there was an extra element regarding step versus but I didn't get anything from it.
I guess to really impress them, but like because they're not related, so it's like, she's lame. She's not even related to us. Oh yeah, look a big crocodile. Wow, she's cool. I'm glad she's my mom. It's like, what? How old are these kids?
I gotta get the biggest crocodile or gator ever and take a photo. And I mean, she pays extra to get a photo of a gator, and there's so many gators we see.
Yeah. But
and they're real gators. Like these are like I believe real gators. Like I don't think they're CGI like gators.
I would assume
I
would assume they filmed a lot of stuff at an actual like bayou or something like that, or maybe is there like a bayou out there that's like, or like a like a simulated bayou where it just looks like a bayou but it's more like a theme park and it does have like a crocodile or something. I don't know how that works, but
maybe
I don't know. I'm assuming this doesn't have much of a budget. Like a Jungle Cruise situation where it has actual alligators. I don't know, because I mean, bayou's pretty. I
don't know what's more scary, the animatronics or real gator.
Or the real gator. Yeah, I don't know, but I wouldn't go to a real bayou. So you better go to a simulator one. I ain't going there.
Like, nope, I'm good. And so they try to find this big gator, which the tour guide calls Big Ben. The beacon's leading them off the track. They go as in general horror type situation. They go off the beaten path to find this, the descent. They go down in a hole. They trapped in a hole. No one knows they're there. Similar situation in that element. Very generic type of plot device.
Hatchet was pretty much the same way. Yep, that's another thing. Like they can't get on the boat anymore because the thing or something, the gas is done or something. I don't know. There's a reason. I haven't watched it. Hatchet's a fun movie, especially if you want violence. There's some really grotesque moments in that movie. But
Well, just real quick because it's in my head. Is that Kane Hodder?
It's Kane Hodder.
Okay, that's
cool. The guy that did Frozen, not the Disney one. Did you ever see Frozen? The one where they're on the ski lift?
I've not seen Frozen. No, I know that poster though. Where someone's dangling from it, right?
Yeah. It's a good movie. As a
it's like a one location one, right? Or is that?
Yeah, it's pretty much. Okay. I mean, it starts off with them in the ski lodge and stuff, and then they go up there, and then for the pretty much the rest of the movie, it's them up there. Iceman's in it. The guy that played Iceman in X-Men.
Oh, okay. I feel like
Lamplighter and the
that
boys.
One. Which one was he in?
Lamplighter and the boys.
Oh yeah, he went away very quickly. Yeah.
It was like, oh good, get it because he's a fire guy now. I was like, that's clever. Yeah, that's very clever.
And so we get our first fake attack where they're trying to lure the gator out with food and nothing happens. And so he's like, oh, let me grab this piece of chicken from the water for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Why the fuck? Oh, let me grab the chicken. That's good eating. I'm like, what are you doing?
Grab the and so he does the thing, and
that's I guess that's the only reason why he did it, is so he could like pretend like it got bit. Which all right, all right,
yeah, and it seems to have impressed the girls. They're like laughing with him, like they're not laughing at him.
They want
obviously. Yeah, but then obviously the mom's upset, and I think that might have changed their perception and whatnot, where he's like embarrassed now and whatever. So, and so then after the false alarm, they continue on the route. They find Big Ben has been killed by something big, and they're like, what could have done this? And they just kind of go, something big,
something bigger Ben got him.
Yeah, so a bigger gator.
Rest in peace, Ben. Yeah,
and this is where they basically have conflicting personalities on the boat. Now we have the grandfather that wants to go back because it's not safe, because he's being rational, and then we got our Die character who is like, I need to impress my stepson. I need that photo of that decapitated alligator.
Yeah, because I'm assuming they're not 10, because they'll be like, ew, it's like, what? It's an alligator, look. She does that meme where you're doing a decapitated alligator. It's like, all right, cool.
But then while you're pointing, the hippo comes up and bites off the arm.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Oh, no, we can't show that. That's too violent.
Yeah,
we'll show a lot of splashing, and then she'll be holding her arm and you'll never see the wound, and there's no blood.
It's sophisticated horror, Chris.
Yeah, it's elevated. It's elevated horror. Fuck back rooms. This is the real elevated horror. Obsession? Nah, you can go be obsessed with this hippo. Which they didn't give the hippo a name, right?
No.
For some reason, I find that weird, because you think they would just like give it like a funny name, you know?
What in the files they find is like the hippos.
Yeah,
the hippos named Pina.
Yeah, Pina. Yeah. So I don't know. Like even like I don't know. That's weird. I know it's stupid. Like just like a not a name like a Carl, you know, but like I don't know.
Girl.
Yeah, big. That's a big boy. Or a big girl. It's like nothing. I don't know. I just call it hippo. I don't know. It's weird. It feels like they wanted this to be like a horror icon, kind of. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like Cocaine Bear. It's Cocaine Bear. You know, not just bear, Cocaine Bear, like Hungry Hippo, I guess. But they're not hungry, so it's a lie.
It's not hungry at all.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
But then we get our first real attack. The hippo has now made itself known. It causes the boat to capsize, and we don't see it. No. But our tour guide is supposedly dragged to the bottom of the water and then comes back up. And he has a bite mark that doesn't seem like a bite mark. Like it's like very tiny, and they're like a 10-foot tooth would have done this. Or
what happened? Like the hippo bite him and say, no, I don't want it. Like what? Like you think it would like thrash him or something, or like keep biting to make sure he's dead if he's hunting these guys or something? Like what did he do? Did he fight it off? I don't think he said that. He was like, it's a big thing and I couldn't see. I think it was gray. I think he said, or something like that. That was it. That's all he said. And then he's down there for like a minute. I'm like, I guess he could just hold his breath while being murdered by a hippo. Like you're not struggling at all and like losing breath, I guess. Whatever. He didn't even come up and go, you know, it was like a solid minute he's down there.
He comes up and there's like a little bit of blood, and you're like, oh, something happened to him. But I would have thought, oh, he got hurt by the boat. Like something happened with the boat. But then he's like, the hippo dragged me to the bottom.
It's an evil creature. I couldn't see because the river was too murky. I don't know, whatever.
But then
they want to keep the mystery, even though we all know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, even if you didn't watch the trailer, you watch this randomly. Them saying like a hippo is blah blah blah. I'm like, it's gonna be a hippo. Why would you bring up a hippo earlier if it's not gonna be a hippo? You know what I mean? Like obviously, alligator's dead. Something killed the alligator. It's gotta be bigger than an alligator. You brought up a hippo and a hippo's skull, and like the only good hippo is a dead hippo. So obviously, it's a hippo. Why is it here? I don't know.
And then they don't really like figure that part out. And because the documents that they go over don't make much sense.
No, it doesn't.
and so basically, because of this injury, they get him up to safety. Everyone's perfectly fine. They're just stranded. And they're like, we have to cauterize this wound or he's going to keep bleeding. And so they need the flare kit that's in the water. This is our first of many moments where they have to go into the water. And there's a below water shot of like, oh, he's going to get his hand bitten off.
No.
So they get the flare. They cauterize the wound. And then pretty much after that, obviously, as a normal person would, he kind of passes out and he's not doing well. I'll
give it credit. Like they treat his wound, even though it looks like it's not that bad, but like they treat his wound relatively realistically. I mean, considering how they treat someone's wound later on in the movie, where again we'll get to it, where they just like kind of hop around a little bit, even though they literally have a bone stick out of their fucking leg, but whatever. I give him this where he's just like, it's like almost the entire movie. And then when he's like moving around, that actor tried really hard to make it look like he's like close to death. Even at the end when he's like getting on the other boat that comes and he's like slops, he just falls in. Yeah. I was like, all right, he's trying to make it seem like he's like really weak, and it's infected, so he would be, I mean, look at the water. Ain't no way you'd be infected by swimming in that, let alone getting bit and then
just swimming in it, like even like not swimming in it, like she's like cleaning the wound with that water,
right? And doesn't the one friend like get like water on her shirt and then like dab it on her forehead and her face? I'm like, what are you doing?
Which is the gawking scene that occurs right after this, where now as we've already mentioned, our horny kid is gawking at her taking off her shirt, and this is our tiny bit of cleavage that we get in the film. Just be like don't you know it's a horror film? Yeah, they don't go farther than that.
No.
And as you said, Chris, she puts this dirty water over her face, which I guess if they're already in the water, but whatever.
Yeah, maybe he's into that. He's like, ooh, dirty, disgusting, parasite-filled water. Awesome. Yeah. I'm sure the bayou doesn't have I'm sure it's clean. I'm sure you could drink it. Go ahead. The movie would have been over quicker if they all just drank the water and I could leave. The hippo doesn't even show up. The hippo shows up and everybody's dead from drinking the water.
They drank the water. Isn't that what happens in the Green Inferno? He drinks the water. She drinks the water, and then she just had diarrhea in the corner.
Yeah, she has diarrhea, like Montezuma's Revenge or whatever it's called. Where you drink the water in Mexico and then I always learned that as a kid. Except they're not in Mexico, right? They're in
New Orleans. Yep.
Yeah.
But but who knows how this water is? But
maybe it's nice.
So I will say, like, I made a note here that this is one of the things that I will give a positive. Beyond, I've now come to two positives. One, I thought that the buildup of as far as like what they showed of the hippo up to the point where it jumps out of the tree, I thought was very well done. I thought
I didn't mind them being stranded and like trying to figure out how to like get ration, I guess, a little bit, and like we need water, so they try to get the water. The guy is bleeding out, so they have to get the I actually like that about the Sally character, because she seemed like more rational and more like, I thought it was going to be revealed she's like a survivalist, because she immediately like, all right, I need to get this and that. No, like I don't think we even know what she was before. At least maybe like a medic of some sort, or like maybe even like a veterinarian or something. Like she knows a little bit.
Yeah, her dad's just like, she's really good.
She's smart. Like, that's what he says. She's so smart, Jenny. It's like, all right, cool. And then he dies the dumbest fucking way possible. But I'll go out there and help her, I guess.
So that is what I will say is a positive leading up. And then I will say that I actually, for the most part, really enjoyed. I don't think it always matched what was happening on screen, but I liked the score. I thought the score was pretty good. I thought it was actually tense, but the film itself was not tense. I thought the score was well done, and if it was a better executed film, I think that it would have, better, But this is our first time after the gawking scene that we are hinted at a sick wife, which then this is like there's so many times where I'm like, this is like the Death Note, or like the like the the nail in the coffin thing. It's like our grandfather character is saying, hey, this is my story about my dead wife, and she fought really hard, and here's a knife that is my personal knife, that he's like, it's what they gave me coming off the force.
He was like a firefighter or something like that, right? Or was he I don't know.
I think he was like in New York City, or maybe
Boston. It sounded like he had a Boston accent a little bit, or it could have been just me doing a Boston accent, because I was doing like a Boston. I recorded my reaction to it, so later on I'll post a video on it, and I'll probably release that in October. I might as well just wait until October to post it. But the entire time I was doing Boston accent for him, so I missed probably all of his dialogue about his sad past. So
you can always post it on June 23rd when it comes to VOD.
Yeah.
But as soon as that happened, I was just like, this dude's going to be the first to die. But then there's so many, like, there's a few targets that this hippo has all at once, because as we've already stated, at one time there's like 3 of them in the water, and then it's just like this whole thing is like, we are given back-to-back sickness stories. We have the sickness story of this grandma that died, this grandfather's wife, and then we have the 2 young women that are leads that we meet at the bar at the beginning, who are talking about how she has to have this job that she got fired from because she has to pay off the bills, and that her mother is sick or was sick. We don't know if she's still around, and we get 2 sickness stories back to back, and I'm like, this is so much exposition and character.
You need to feel bad for these characters when they get. You need to feel bad for them when they get killed by a hippo.
And another
quick way to do that is give them a tragic backstory about a loved one dying from sickness or is sick. So it'd be fun if they just do a movie where like the main character is a piece of shit. It's like their backstory is like horrible. And the entire time you're like waiting for them to die, and they never do, and all the other nice characters die, and the main guy doesn't help them at all. I'm pretty much describing a Wrong Turn movie. Like if you ever watch like Wrong Turn 2, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that movie is. Or 3, whichever one involves prisoners. Anyway, I watched all those movies.
Okay, I've seen the first, and I've seen the remake that was the Cult, which I liked.
But so he should have made this movie.
I forget who directed it.
I can't remember his name either. I'm not gonna lie, but he did other things. I know I like the director. I can't remember who it was. I think he just directed something recently. Did he direct I think I'm pretty sure he directed Project Hail Mary. No, I can't remember what he directed. No, he directed something recently.
I will look it up.
Let's just talk about that movie because it's more interesting. The Wrong Turn remake is more interesting than
2021. Jeez, that's crazy. How
5 years ago.
Mike P. Nelson.
Yeah, Mike P. Nelson. Wait, did I review that for the?
Oh, he did Silent Night, Deadly Night.
There you go. I wanted to see that. I knew he directed something recently that I wanted to see.
You know what? I feel like you did. I did not watch it, but I feel like you did probably review the Wrong Turn movie. That was during the time that the site was having some issues with memory, so I had to get rid of older reviews. But now we're fine. Okay. So hopefully, if I can locate your old reviews, I will put them back up.
I'm sure I have them still on my computer somewhere.
Yeah, if you got them, send them over, and then we'll have the Chris Henderson file on here.
Hell yeah, there you go. You read my review for Wrong Turn 2021. If I did it, I don't exactly remember if I did. But,
so someone did, but it no longer exists. So this is also our second nail to the coffin, which is also coincidentally, or just how it is. Our second death of the film is the one that says this. We'll be okay. And then they all get in the water.
They weren't okay.
They all get in the water. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, because I was instantly like, oh, well, the grandpa's gonna die. Yeah. And then it was just like, oh, there's so many different people in the water. I'm like, is it? Maybe not, because I originally wrote grandpa died. And then I was like, then backspace, and I'm like, maybe grandpa does die.
Maybe grandpa lived. No, grandpa died.
But he gets.
I mean, I knew he was gonna die after he said, "I'll protect you two" when he's talking to the girls. He's like, don't worry, I'll protect whatever. And then he's like, I gotta protect him. I said I would. So he gets in the water and immediately gets fucking killed. Right? Doesn't do anything to protect them.
It's like the hippo's not even near on like the one that's struggling. It's
the hippo read the script or just knows how these movies go and just waited for the grandpa to show up. It's like, well, he's old. They don't want him in the movie too long because he might have a stroke or something. So let's get him out of the movie quick because he's an older actor. You know, I mean, I honestly, I bet that was the case. They're probably like, all right. I mean, you're like in your 60s. We need to get you out of this movie. Like,
we're filming in New Orleans.
Yeah, we're filming either an actual swamp or something. Like, it looks pretty real here, so you need to get out of here. Like, get him out of here. Grandpa's gone.
And so then we still have our struggling character of Hannah, who's still in the water that the grandpa was trying to rescue. But now that the hippo has finished off grandpa, he has to go towards Hannah, which Sistine and Hannah are like, Sistine's trying to pretty much lift Hannah out of the water, which the grandpa even says, like, they're not going to be able to do that, which is why he went in the water.
Yeah, but then... but what was he going to do? Like, go in there and grab her and then swim back? He's 60-something years old.
He had like a paddle.
And she could just do that.
Grab my paddle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But what the fuck? What was that going to do? All right, grab paddle.
Yeah, grab the paddle. Yeah.
She can swim. The other girl's the one that said she can't swim. They should have made it so that she's the one who couldn't swim. And so it made sense someone would have to go in there. But now someone has to go in there, drag her back, which would take slower than her just swimming to where the old grandpa is. I don't understand. It wasn't that big of an area. It could just
could just
off.
swam. Yeah,
I don't know. They should have made her the one who couldn't swim, and she's like struggling or whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever. I don't care.
But
stupid.
There's a lot of underwater sequences that are hard to understand exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of misleads. And then we get our second death, which is Hannah, which is the hippo jump attack. So where she's poster. Like, I'm safe, and then it comes and grabs her.
The poster and trailer
Samuel
shot.
Jackson's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You can tell that's what they were like. Yeah, we're gonna have our own Deep Blue Sea moment. Like, no, not even close. There's no terrible CG in this also, so which I always found funny when he goes full on like rubber looking CG man in Deep Blue Sea. That was always funny. But
so basically, like you said, it's the trailer shot. I remember I watched your reaction to it.
I'm pretty sure it's in the trailer. I vaguely remember that shot.
I remember someone getting dragged under, and I'm like, I know the grandpa dies. I don't know if the grandpa dies first. And then I remember very explicitly the scene near the end where the hippo's trying to barge through and it's like bending the door.
Yeah.
And then but they cut it so it's like it's charging through, which it doesn't actually charge through in the movie. It's like the trailer, I remember, cut it. And I remember you're like that seems like two different scenes put together.
Well, I guess I was right. Because the scene that where he barges through is when the hunter's like, "Oh, you girls go. I'll do the Chris Pratt thing." Where he does it's like, hey girl,
he's like, blue, you're my boy, blue.
If it cut and he's riding the hippo out of the house, that would have been sick. Oh, that's what all right, we'll get to it, but there's a character I really wish did that. Like, actually, all right, we'll get to it.
Well, I'll be curious which one, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, we'll get to it.
All right, so
we can kind of fast track some of this because it's like
from here, I just have like several notes. We have they make plans to escape. We
gotta get we make fire around the boat because I'm sure hippos are scared of fire. Everybody's scared of fire, which I guess we find out later that's not true because there's a flare in front of a hippo's face and the hippo's like, I don't give a shit.
And the hippo is literally on fire at one point. It doesn't give a fuck.
It didn't give a shit. So anyway, we put the gas on the water because it floats on the water, and then we could burn the gas that's on the water. It'll keep the hippo away, so we can go under the boat, so we can get the phone. So the GPS, because there's no signal in the bayou. I guess that's probably true, honestly. And then but the GPS still works, so someone could connect to the GPS and find out where we are, which does happen. It doesn't fucking help them at all because this guy's useless completely, entirely. The hunter guy's useless. And then and so they wait, and then the guy shows up. I think, does anybody else die before that?
No. Let's see. You're right. The fire goes underneath the boat. Hannah's body's there, which seems like it hasn't been mauled at all. Just as like a full-on body.
It's almost like he's not hungry or anything. He's just killing.
And then the phone magically works, even though it's definitely been like underwater.
Yeah. Well, no, you didn't see that? He took the battery out and went.
You're right. You're right.
He's like,
I gotta reboot this.
yeah. Which I'm like, how about the phone though? You didn't do that for the phone. The phone's drenched in sewage. Bayou water. There you go. Might as well be sewage, I'm sure.
But you're correct. There are no deaths during this. This is the tense moment where we don't know if it's going to actually be able to attack her or not. And we do get a little jump scare where the kid comes down and checks on her and is like, "Hey, the flames are about to go out. You need to come back up."
The only thing dying are my brain cells.
I'm like, I don't understand why he did that, because the whole thing was like, we're going to knock really hard. But I guess the knock was if the hippo was there. So I guess that would scare her or whatever.
Yeah. But the only thing dying, by the way, were my brain cells during this movie. So like those were being brutally killed.
So then we get Walker's boat approaching, which is playing loud music, which is we're not going to take it anymore from Twisted Sister, and so that
was such a confusing scene because I thought it was like, all right, we're not going to take, and then they all start singing it because they're celebrating that someone showed up. But first of all, the hippo already knocked over your big tour boat, so I don't know why you think like this little shitty boat would do any better. And now that's like what, it's like 7 of you on there, including the hunter guys, so. Like, I don't understand why you think like this would be better, but all right, fine. And then didn't they do a thing where like the music goes out and then like something happens where like
they make you think that the hippo has gotten the hunter, but
it's the engine, right?
But which makes
the gas
no sense because yes, if the gas ran out like the hunter says and the motor does cut out, why did the music cut out?
Yeah. Great. Maybe he was like, I need to concentrate because I
need to find my paddles.
I need my I twisted his sister. Shut up! I need to find my paddles. Like, you know, concentrate. A little boat, he couldn't find them.
And this is where we get our second one of the film. We're going to be okay. And then obviously things don't go okay. Basically, they all manage to get on the boat. Diane, or whatever her name is, goes crazy
Leslie,
and pushes Mikey into the water.
Oh no!
And this is our first shot of the hippo straight on. Like we don't get the full body, but the full face is right there.
It's like, hey,
and it's okay.
It looks pretty good, actually. Admittedly, yeah. That was a good looking either a practical thing. I actually couldn't tell if it was practical or CG sometimes. Because I can't tell if maybe they even had like not a real hippo, but like they had like footage of a real hippo in dark scenes, and they just kind of like spliced it in or something at times. Because I thought it looked pretty good. It was obviously CG sometimes. I'm not saying it wasn't, but for a movie that probably has a couple $1 million budget, is my guess. Watch, we're gonna find out it says like $50 million budget. I'm like, what? It's just like, well, excuse me, but I'm gonna guess very small budget. It looked okay. You could tell they also were trying to keep it in the dark because the only times we see it full on is when it's dark out. Pretty much ever, right? It's always dark out in some way.
We've never seen it in the light.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hippo.
But
there's nothing like special about this hippo. I thought maybe it's gonna have like a scar on its face from being attacked by something. No, it's just a hippo.
It had a Jaws for the revenge thing where it came all the way back to avenge the hunter, to kill the hunter because it killed he thinks
his brothers. Because the Hungry Hungry Hippos is 4 Hungry Hungry Hippos. They could have did that if they wanted to tie it in, kind of, but also not call it that. They could have said, you know, like it had 3 older brothers and it's pissed or something. I don't know. Which I don't think he said that. Maybe he did. Did he say that in the thing? I couldn't understand what he was saying.
No, he didn't say anything.
No. Because they read the documents at the end. They said something about like someone was like eating them or something. I was like, what? It's like,
that the reason why they were trying to breed the
they're breeding
the hippos is because they wanted to make it another source of meat similar to cows.
That's the stupidest shit I ever heard.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense.
No,
there is no budget information. Just
I figured that.
I was trying to see if there's not a lot known about the production of this film. It says they use practical effects for the creature and for the swamp.
Okay. Oh, and so it's a real swamp they went to. Okay, cool.
So
not simulated
that's all
at
that's
all.
known about it.
But there is times where the swamp looked like a set. I will say, like whenever they're on the capsized boat and stuff, there's like shots of the tree.
It's probably is a set, but it's a practical set. It's not like I don't know if they filmed it actually in a swamp. I think it's just saying like it's not a CGI thing. So
I'm sure when they're on the boat and they're like you see like the long shots of them going, that's probably real. And then like the close up shots are like maybe a little bit of green screen here and there, but most of it's like a big like set. Like if so, I mean, it doesn't look bad. There is times where it does look like a set, but I mean, the production looks fine. This looks like a movie. Doesn't let's just say it looks better than I don't know, like Mortuary Assistant or like even I guess even Silent Hill. Silent Hill didn't look that bad. I'm sure I'm bringing up movies we've about.
Moments of Silent Hill look bad, but I think overall because of what we see of this hippo, I think the hippo looks pretty good. Yeah, and I will give that another plus. I think the hippo looks pretty good. However, I do think that because we don't ever see this hippo directly attack, that ruins a bunch of like the shit moments, you know?
Yeah.
So
and all right, I wanted to say this for the end, but I'm going to say it right here.
Yeah, go for it.
This literally could have been anything. Like it didn't need to be a hippo. It could have been anybody. It could have been a guy with a knife going around killing people, like in Hatchet. That's why I brought Hatchet up, because it could have been anything. It didn't matter that it was hippo. It's not special because it's hippo. It swims. Sure, it could have been an alligator. It could have been Big Ben. He could have done it. It could have been anybody. It could have been a bird. It doesn't matter in the long run. Like, who cares? Like they don't do anything special with a hippo in this. Like, because you don't ever see kills. You know, like that's the thing. If you're gonna do a movie about a particular animal or like sea creature or anything like that, like that's not human, you think it was for a reason because we can get some cool kills. Like a horror movie like this should have cool kills. I don't care about your sick mother. I'm sorry, I don't. We never see her. I don't care. That's sad, but you're not real, first of all. So I don't even feel bad saying that. And also, I'm here to watch the hippo. Look at the hippo. The poster.
It's pretty cool. You're pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, I got it. I got it eventually. I don't understand why they thought, hippo. We're not doing anything with it though. That's why it comes off as like they did it. They had a good idea. They just didn't have any way to actually film it, doing anything cool. But they had the hippo, so people will watch it because there's a hippo killing people. And that's good enough, you know.
It kind of gave me the feel of like, especially near the end, which we're gonna get to very quickly. So I'll save it, but it reminded me of we've already brought up this kill, but it reminded me of because what is that fucking Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie?
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen Steamboat Willie.
Screamboat. So, but it reminded me of that where it's like very like stiff, like just like cut around, like
because it's like it's a David Howard Thornton, like actually like small, right? And like I heard that like a lot of the kills were creative in a way because like they're still doing some stuff, but it was a lot of like he would do something and then the guy would be like, no, it would cut away and they react. I haven't seen it yet.
So it felt very stiff.
Yeah.
So basically, just running down, we got Mikey is now killed. Naturally, the mom has now lost her father, and her son is depressed. So she goes into the water to be killed.
Like, she gets it the worst because our main girl loses her friend, but I'm like, she just lost her father, and then she loses her son. I'm like, this sucks, bro. Man, I should never came to this. We should have just went to Disneyland. What the fuck? It sucks. But
and so she goes into the water to be killed. While she's getting into the water, there's another dumb dialogue moment where the boss hunter dude's like, where he's like, boss, I'm not gonna make it, and he's like, here's your severance, son, and he gives him a beer.
It was so lame. That was lame. I mean, the actor's pretty cool. I'll give him that. So like, he could read a line like that, and I'm like, all right, that if that was like, I don't know, it's not like someone that looked like me saying that or something, but like you're a dork. But him, I'm like, all right, but it's still a lame line either way.
Yeah. And so basically we're watching this mom go out to like end her life, and she's going out to have the hippo kill her, and she goes into the fog, and the hunter's like, don't go that far, we can't see you, and then she goes out, and we don't have any into her, like it's just like she's gone.
I thought they're gonna like when they're going on the boat, I thought you'd get like they're gonna ride by and you see her body there or something like that.
Yeah.
Nope. And that's what I meant when I said I was hoping a character would show up again later riding the hippo. It's like I was hoping we'd go crazy, and she like
that's the after credits, man.
Yeah, that's she respects the hippo, and now she like you kill my you're my new son now. So and now she's riding the hippo. That would be awesome. But no fun allowed.
But this is where we get our misdirect, which is one of the goofiest misdirects of all time. Which the guy that's dying on the boat's like, he's like, look behind you, and the boat's just literally right there, and he grabs his legs, and then he ends up tranking him, and then the hippo like falls back into the water, but drags the hunter with him. The hunter survives, drags himself out. And I'm just like, he's made it out of the water, but then decides to just sit in the water.
Dude, this is like the fourth time a character has to say swim. I'm like, oh, that's right, I forgot. Who's like, I forgot how to swim until you told me to do it. I swear to God, there's so many times where the dialogue's like, swim, get out of there, hurry. Like, thanks.
Yeah,
thank you. It really helps.
Like,
the hunter guy has to be told to swim when he lived in a bayou this entire life, probably.
And owns a business that takes place in the bayou.
He owns his own boat. It's like, swim. Oh, thank you, 90-pound redhead lady. I didn't realize.
But this is also during this moment before the hippo pops up, we learn about the whole stepson, stepkid exposition bullshit that means
they
nothing.
Have the exact same scene we had earlier with Polly, what's her name again? The one that
Sistine Hannah Rodriguez.
Sally. Yeah. The same scene we had earlier with Sally, where the redhead girls talk about it to Sally and like, ooh, and then they hug, and then talk about their backstory, kind of. Well, they just cry really, and then we have pretty much the exact same scene with the evil lady. She's not evil, but she does shitty things. No one ever talk. If I was the redhead, I'd be like, I ain't talking to you. You don't want to got fucking Maddie or whatever his name was killed.
Mikey.
Like, Mikey killed. My entire reaction, I kept calling him Maddie. So I'm not gonna lie. Mikey, you killed. I ain't talking to you. You pushed him in the water. But he brought up a good point. It wasn't your fault, kind of, that we're in this situation. You and the fucking dying guy. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, did we mention that he dies after that?
Oh yeah, he does die. Yeah. So because he trains them, and then it's like he's dead. Yeah. And
the black lady all the way on their side is like, he's dead. Move on. It's like, all right, damn, bro. I will say that scene where he gets dragged out of a boat, I feel like they were trying to do like a Quint in a Jaws. It was like a small version of Quint in Jaws, just a little bit, because he gets bit and he's like, oh, you see the hippo on the side, and the other guy's there and he's trying to help him. It's like a really shitty Jaws, but I feel like they were trying to emulate Jaws a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of those moments. I'm sure that
as good as
direct.
This is as good as Jaws. Probably better.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh,
I don't even think this is as good as Jaws: The Revenge. Honestly, at least that movie's funny bad sometimes.
This movie doesn't have Michael Caine.
Yeah, Michael Caine's hilarious. That movie. When he sees the shark on his little biplane, he's like, "Oh shit!" and he gets back on there. That's funny. Anyway.
So this is where we get our first shot of the full hippo. The full hippo comes out, and I was just like, "Oh, we're gonna do Jack Black moment, from Jumanji," where I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna completely like grab him."
Yeah.
But this is where the hunter goes behind a tree. The hippo rams into the tree, and then he gets a flare. And as Chris, you said, this is where we were like, "Oh, that fire meant nothing. So why wasn't she killed under the boat?"
Exactly.
But whatever. So they do end up all getting back onto the boat, and this is their quote best chance to escape. And then
yeah,
yep, go ahead.
Sorry. No, go ahead. There's a scene coming up. Keep going.
Well, and so she manages to snag a bag of food, which for some reason she gets, and she's like, "Here's a nut bar," and he's like, "It's like it's like a nut that's healthy or a nut
diet,
a
diet
nut,
diet nut." like of all things to add like a little humor to, it's like, oh, diet nut. Like, it's like, come on, bro.
Classic.
It's like, classic. He's like, oh, you Americans are weird. It's like, what?
Oh yeah,
bro, you live in a bayou in a swamp with hippos.
Yeah.
I'm the weird one because I want to be a little healthier, even with my nut consumption. Whatever.
And so this is where we also get, which plays no part in this whatsoever. She has a camcorder that has a night vision thing. And it's just like, this should be waterlogged. There's no way this works. Of like that phone, sure, whatever. But the old technology of this is like an old camcorder too. Yeah. Like this is not like a new
early 2000s at least.
Yeah,
like it's one of those like, but like an older one. People still use those now here and there. The one with the flip, whatever. But this is one I used to use on my YouTube channel in 2008, and that thing was already obsolete at the time. I did very much. But my favorite line is coming up, though, I will say.
I mean, does it take place on this boat? Because I'm about to skip past this boat.
Yes, it is on the boat. All right, so she's looking through the night vision to see if they could see the hippo, I guess, because I guess this is such an advanced night vision camera that you'd be able to see it in the entire water and see if the hippo's there. But whatever, I can't see it. But then she moves over and she sees a building, and it's obviously a building, and that you could tell it's a building. And she says, "Hey, is that man-made?"
Is that what she says?
I'm pretty sure she said that. Is that man-made? I'm like,
there's no subtitles, unfortunately, so you just have to kind of figure it out.
I'm pretty sure she said, "Is that man-made?" I'm like, what? No, the hippo made it. The building. It's like maybe she did say that. That's what I heard, and there was no subtitles. So, I don't know. I hope that's what she said because that's my favorite line in the entire movie.
I mean, I'm going to say it is.
Is that man-made? How many buildings you've seen that are not made by people?
In the middle of the I guess not jungle, but still.
Yeah, might as well be.
And so they decided to make a smoke signal at this shack that they found. And this is where, as we've established, they find a bunch of hidden documents, which don't make any sense because it's like talking about bringing these hippos over for subsistence and taking over for cows and whatnot. And they even like the hunter makes a joke about how the meat must be shitty or something. And
there's no way these documents meat tastes good. There's no way it does. It's probably all blubber and like fat. Like you want fat in your meat, but if it's all fat, what the hell? Like I don't know.
No, you're right. Yeah, it would be probably very, very bad.
yeah. Probably not.
But these documents are so. You're telling me that these documents are from 1912, and they took over 100 years for them to find one hippo. Like, obviously, there's these. It's like an abandoned facility.
Yeah.
So we don't know how long this secret like facility has been, but somehow it got out of its cage. But sometime during that process, the cage fell on a little hippo.
Yeah.
Which our lead wants to help this little hippo because it's a cute little hippo, which then we realize, oh, the mom, that's who we've been seeing this whole time, and she's there to protect her child, but she doesn't want the human to help get the little hippo out, and so it charges
until it does, and then it's okay with it.
Yeah, because it talks, because she's like, my mom's very protective too, don't you know?
Get it. It's about motherhood. You know, like
exactly.
The stepmom wanted a picture of a decapitated alligator for her kids to scar them for life. The main character's mom is sick and dead, maybe. The Sally Acorns, whatever her name is, she went into the moat and died after her kid and dumbass grandpa died, and then something else, I'm sure. Anyway, actually every character in this involves a mother in some way, except I guess the friend, right?
Yeah, Hannah, I don't think does. No.
Yeah. Well, all the tourists, I guess. I don't think they. Well, no, actually, the Rodrigo he says he wants to see his kids.
Oh yeah. He has like the photo of his kids.
He has a wife, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Motherhood. This shit came out Mother's Day. It was only like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, or they could have held it for Father's Day.
And
just
fatherhood. Too. Yeah. It's a deep movie. It's an elevated horror, like we said.
And so basically in this moment, they are trying to do a smoke signal. The hippo has now found them. They have now found a random barrel of oil in a closet.
We have to find oil. They find it. Like, oh yeah, okay, sure. It's just there. Like, yeah, sure, whatever.
yeah, and it's leaking, and you think, oh, the leak's gonna be an issue. It's not. And then the hippo comes indoors, and then this is where we have our hunter now basically take the front force of it and do a Chris Pratt. And
hey, whoa, buddy,
where we establish that this Di character, Dion or whatever, is the villain of it, but also she locks the hunter out, and so they can survive. However, they just sit down by the wall while the hippo tries to break
hippo
through.
Destroys the door anyway, so what was the point of that? Like, use the sacrifice for nothing. It's like, don't worry, your sacrifice will definitely be in vain. I'll make sure of it and stay by the door that I just locked on you. I mean, I don't blame her for doing that, because he was on the ground. He was like, oh, I can't walk out. And then, all right, well, if I run in there and help you, the hippo will kill both of us. So, sorry.
Which then it's like established that it like stepped on him. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
you can't. I couldn't tell what the hell happened there. I think he stepped on his head, maybe.
I don't know. Or
this movie could be rated G. I don't even like. This sucks, bro. Why would you do this?
I have a curse word written down, so they do say a swear. So basically, Di and our lead, which I already forgot her name, Sistine, it basically decide to try to go two separate ways to confuse the hippo. And Di goes down a trap door. This is where she a bone sticks out of her leg, and then she sets the oil thing ablaze with these matches she got from the beginning. You know, you got to bring stuff back, and there is this shot over the trees where it's this huge like blaze.
Yeah.
Like, but then it's like the hippo is fine. Like, it's just like, it's just in the fire. But
it should have been like a zombie hippo. Just go crazy. You're like, well, what are we doing? They did experiments in this shed instead of like bringing it over to eat. But you're like, we experimented on animals and we had a hippo for some reason. It was a baby, whatever. They had one. I don't know. And then it turned into a zombie and killed everybody, even as a baby. You're like, oh, it ripped the throat out and everybody else died. Oh, who cares? Whatever. I would think I even had a flashback where you see a little baby Hitler. Oh no, hippo. Hippo murder all these people. That would have been cool.
It would have been cool.
That's why I wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, you should pitch that. But right before she sets that big blaze, she says to the hippo, "Fuck you." Yeah, she goes, "Fuck you," and then throws down the match, and jumps down the hatch, and then the thing goes boom.
I didn't really think about this, but they are allowed one fuck in the PG-13 movie, and they used it there. It's PG. There's no way it's not PG-13. If this comes out, it's rated R. I'll eat my own hat. I don't even have one. I'll buy one. I'll eat it.
And so they separate because the one wants to stay back and help the baby hippo. The other one goes off to go to the boat. Somehow, as you said, Chris, she manages to limp, even though her bone is sticking out.
Yeah, at that point, your leg's done. I mean, the same thing happened with what's his name, the hunter guy. What was his name? Walker.
Oh yeah,
which is hilarious. His name's Walker because his ass shouldn't have been walking anymore after that.
No, after being dragged by the.
Yeah, and he's like probably 70, the actor. Like, come on, but there ain't no way he's like, no, you're done. You go on the ground, die. That's it. It's over for you. Like, if we're gonna go realistic with this stuff, like if it was a goofy tone, I wouldn't give a shit that her bone's sticking out of her leg and she's walking around. I'm like, all right, whatever. But they went realistic with it. It's your fault. It's like you made it realistic. So now I'm gonna be like, well, that makes no sense. None of this makes sense. All of this is stupid.
And so this is where we realize that the hippo is flame retardant and just basically is able to survive anything that's fire related, and so
as
it
a
charges
hippo is known to be.
Yeah,
you know, him with flamethrower, they can't get hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like several things that are known about hippos. They love watermelon and they're not able to be burnt to life.
I've seen a lot of videos of them eating watermelon. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Destroy that.
And so the hippo charges Die, who's like, oh no, holy shit, or something. And then this is the moment that feels very much out of like Scream Boat. It feels very like like we established at the beginning, something more should have happened. It's a several ton animal running at you and crushing your bones and your, at least your stomach area. There should have been more blood. There should have been something more.
Yeah. Should have been her head. She's like on the ground because her leg's broken, so she can't walk anymore. So she's like, oh, and then she's leaning up against the gate. And then the hippo shows up and she's like, oh no. And then and there you go. Done. 2 head crushes in a row. That would have been sick. I wouldn't have complained.
Yeah, no, that would have been good. That would have been good. But we don't get that.
We get a little blood out of her mouth. She gets some soup in her mouth and she spilled out.
Yeah, a little tiny bit. And we get a one-on-one between Sistine and the hippo, where she's like, my mother is also very, she cares about me too, and I know you care about your baby. So here's a knife, but I'm not gonna hurt the baby, okay? And then lets the baby out. Then they are reunited, and then they go on their merry way. And then because of the blaze, a helicopter comes. The helicopter, she gets up on the roof. The helicopter does spot her. She gets rescued in a very Jurassic Park way. Yeah, she's the lone survivor.
It should be the you ever heard the goofy Jurassic Park theme that someone made like years ago? It's like wah wah wah. It should have been that. Someone had that in there. It would fit very well. And she even sees I think it's the hippos right on the ground,
which look like dinosaurs. They're huge.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 boats, and I was like, what? It was like, oh, Sally got away. She found, I don't know why she has 2 boats, but whatever. I'm like, no, it's just the hippos because it's so far away, you couldn't tell what they were. Yeah,
just big lumps.
Yeah, just big lumps. That was you can tell because it's so far away.
And, but that concludes the story. That's
the movie.
And there's no after credit scenes. There's no Sally riding a hippo. It's done.
Sally completely forgot. She just went into the mist and died. It was like the Mist. Characters go in, you don't see them die. Except that movie's good.
Until the very end when the army comes and we see her on the. That's what happened with Carol or whatever.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Carol from Walking Dead.
She's just on the army thing.
Yeah, like damn, she was right. Everybody should have went with her. Like damn.
All right, so that is every beat of this film, and you can see where there are potential moments of tenseness and things that could have been elevated, things that could have been better, but there's so much that they didn't go for. This film, in my eyes, should have been less serious, should have been more gruesome. I think that the practical effects as they are, I think are pretty well done. I think that there's just the issue is more in that you have this creature, and as you said, Chris, it could have been anything. And when you have something like this, and you have something with that, as we established, they're really good at biting watermelons.
I thought
when that one dude was literally his head was like off the thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was
said that too.
Get him.
Yeah, when he's like, when Rodrigo's like, oh, I need to burn this to Cotter. I thought the hippo would show up and bite his head off.
Yeah, be like,
and then I
quickly
realized,
to go now.
like, after
like, I'm good, and then
yeah, that would have been great. And like 2 kills in, I quickly realized, oh, this could be PG-13. There ain't no way this isn't. The first couple kills you have, especially the jump kill, isn't violent at all. Like there's a little bit of blood in the water for Grandpa, and then she gets just grabbed, and that's it. I'm like, there ain't no way. And I knew too that was probably gonna be the biggest kill in the movie is the jump kill. Like the most, I guess.
Which obviously that's obviously there's moments that they're stating that there's a lot of practical, but that's 100% CGI.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like the full hippo out of like the water, like that's has to be CGI.
It's either it's CGI or it's like all the hippo is either CGI or the water around it was CGI because everything it just looked really fake because there was like a lot of water covering it. So it's either they CG'd a lot of parts of the hippo, they had like an actual practical thing, maybe rammer, and then they CG parts of it to make it look like a hippo, or whatever.
Yeah.
I know a lot of movies do that where they just have like a big lump of something that just like is there as a stand-in, and then they CG things on it, not even just like a green screen. They'll just be like, just so there's a practical thing someone can interact with. So maybe that they had like a practical like like torso and head of a like a doll hippo. Like that's the only thing I can see because that looks CG as shit. But everything else looked pretty good, I guess.
Well, I guess let's just. I kind of went over my positives and negatives. Would you want to add anything else that you would say are a positive or a a very harsh negative?
I got one slight positive. It's pretty short.
Okay.
Thank God. I didn't mind.
I thought you meant the positive was short.
Oh no, the movie is short. It's like 85 minutes if you don't count credits, which I don't because I immediately turned it off after that. So if there was a post-credit scene,
there's not.
Yeah, I figured there wasn't. I like a couple of the characters for fractions of time, not the entire time. Like I didn't mind the grandpa at first until he did the stupid shit where he's like, I'm gonna go in the water. I liked the mom. I liked the idea of like she was kind of like smart. She was, it's nice to see characters that aren't completely stupid, like a lot of horror movies where they're just like, oh my God, what I do? I don't know. And that's their entire character, or they're just like stereotypes or something. No stereotypical characters, I guess, really, I guess that's a positive. I don't know. The hippo looks cool. There was there's
a sick turtle at the beginning.
The turtle's pretty cool. I like turtles. The turtle didn't die. That was nice.
Yeah.
There's a
snake at one point in captivity.
They had Twisted Sister in it for a second.
Yep.
So I got to remind.
Yeah, they had the budget to buy that.
Yeah, that was crazy. So. That was probably as much as the hippo. Like building the hippo. And yeah, that's it. It reminded me of other bad movies that were better. So that might be the biggest negative I could give it is that like there's bad movies that are worse technically, but are more entertaining that I'd rather be watching right now. Like there's Sci-Fi Channel movies. Like there's like Lake Placid versus Anaconda. I'd rather watch that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever want to watch this is very dull. Like the last half was dull. I couldn't tell what was happening. I didn't care anymore. The little moments of like characters like, okay, I'm not invested, but like I could see them being cut. They die in the stupidest way, so they're gone. There's nothing. There's really nothing. The hippo was completely like they built that hippo practical thing, I assume. Again, it still could have been CG. We just didn't notice, to be fair. Like but I assume they built a hippo thing for nothing. There's no reason to do it. It could have been anything. It could have been anybody. It could have been nothing. It could be a ghost. Like legitimately could have been like
the bayou.
Yeah, a ghost hippo, whatever. You don't need a film actual hippo. We don't see the hippo guy like a CG like shimmer of a ghost hippo.
Did you ever see and if you have not seen this, you have to watch it and you have to do a reaction, the Invisible Raptor. Have you seen that?
No, but I want to say I did a reaction for that. I heard it was actually pretty fun.
It's extremely fun, and it's so like obviously the gag goes like a little far, but it's so well done. Like it is legitimately brutal for like something that has for something like the as a raptor would, like it tears people apart.
Nice. So, I want to say I did a reaction for the trailer. I want to say because that sounds familiar, and I want to say it had like a very like comedic I did.
It's very over the top funny. So.
It looked funny. I remember thinking it was. I should watch that.
And it has Napoleon Dynamite's grandma in it. She's like one of the leads. Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. Go watch that instead. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I would say go watch that. That's a great creature feature from last year or the year before.
Yeah.
But as far as this year, my number one creature feature that I highly recommend watching over this one is Primate. Primate is genius. So much fun.
Yeah.
Go watch that. This
and
unfortunately
practical too, because it's a guy in a suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's amazing what they were able to accomplish.
Yeah, because it looks good.
And it's brutal, and it like some of the kills are super haunting.
So I might just watch that tonight.
Primate?
Just to forget this one.
Yeah, I recommend it. Yeah, definitely do it. I mean, it's there's a moment that happens in the movie that I genuinely like. When it happened in the theater, I was like, oh shit, okay, all right, because it was like I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know to what extent.
Right.
Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
So highly recommend that. I'm not going to say don't like watch this. I just don't think that you should go and seek it out. I think once it's on VOD, if you have a chance to see it and you're really intrigued, you're a big creature feature fan, I think that maybe check it out. There's some decent practical effects, some okay acting, but yeah, there's just so much that could have been elevated here that they just did not go for, and that's why I would say definitely skip this in theaters if you see it in theaters around you, and just check it out once it's streaming, if you are lured to do so. But I'm going to still give it a spilled popcorn on the Cinefied scale. I do think overall it is a mistake. And would you agree, Chris? Would you say it's a mistake?
Oh yeah, it's a mistake. It's yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's not a mistake because it could be a fun idea. It was a mistake to go so standard with it. Like, you could have had so much more fun with like the kills and even like some of the characters or whatever. And honestly, they should have really tried to tie it into Hungry Hungry Hippos a little bit. Just a little bit, like the brothers. There's three, and maybe they have to use cannonballs to. Wait, if we get them to eat all these cannonballs, it'll fall over or whatever, because you have those little pellets that they eat. Whatever.
Well, I was saying like the pellets. You got the marshmallows. The marshmallows are like that.
Maybe that's what they're going for. Yeah, that's
it looked kind of like that. Yeah,
maybe
like eggs. Yeah,
but like Battleship. Remember that shitty Battleship movie we brought up an hour ago? They have a moment where they actually play Battleship for a second. Where like we can't see them, we have to just guess by shooting missiles at them. I don't know, do it there. They even did it.
Yeah,
like, Battleship did it. That's the stupidest premise ever for a movie. It's like, I don't know, guess. I don't know. I think we missed. I don't know. I can't see. It's like, I don't know. Whatever. I know this is not. It's not actually based on Hungry Hungry Hippos, but you call it Hungry. The tagline is Hippo isn't playing games. You wanted to get the rights, you didn't get it, and you still did it. I don't know. It's really. I don't know, whatever. I will say, if you want a cool creature feature that you don't care if it's a hippo or whatnot, he said Primate. I would recommend an old movie called Rogue. Have you ever seen that movie?
I'm trying to remember. Is that Megan Fox?
No. That's the lion one, right?
Yeah, I thought Megan Fox was in like a creature feature thing.
Yeah, she is. She's in one more lion. I never saw that one.
What is this one you're describing?
It's another alligator one. It has Sam Worthington, and I remember this is like before he was like popular, or he's not really popular now, but before Avatar and Terminator and shit. And I want to say the girl from Pitch Black was in it. She was also in the Silent Hill movie, the first one. I forgot her name. I think she's in it. Anyway, it's really good. Australian horror movie. But it's just a big alligator, and it's really tense. It's shot really well. It's just called Rogue. It's really good. I like that movie. So that took it seriously, but also it's an alligator.
Yeah,
not hippo. You think hippo? I know hippos are dangerous, so you don't want to fuck one. But like a hippo still has like a comedic, like something comedic to it. You think about like hippo. And no one ever looks at a crocodile or alligator and goes like that's funny. A hippo, kind of funny in a way, again, not if I'm near it, but it's like yeah. I mean,
the idea.
The idea that a hippo's going around in the bayou killing people should have been more fun. Go watch that. That's a better movie.
But all right, that concludes it. This very short episode went on very long, and I apologize, Chris, for always doing that.
Well, no, that was my fault.
No,
Again, I think it's always my fault. I keep talking, interrupting you, and fucking talking about like, yeah. You ever saw Rogue? Like, who cares?
Yeah, I disagree. I think that's important to pitch those movies that you actually want to put out there. Because I never heard of it. So
yeah,
and you got like the one I mentioned, and obviously like good ones that have come out recently that you should put. Battleship, of course,
classic.
With whatever the hell that guy's name was,
John Carter of Mars,
Taylor Kitsch,
John Carter, which is underrated. I just want to say.
Well, there you go.
I like John Carter. I'd rather have John Carter now. Dude, I'd rather have John Carter movies now than I would Mandalorian Grogu. That's for sure.
Yeah, and go check out Gore the Movie God's in bed review of Mandalorian.
Grogu. I only review movies now either in bed or in YouTube Shorts. That's it. Or here. So
well, you add a lot of personality to the in bed ones. So,
but
all right, that is where we're going to end it. 90 minutes in.
As long as the movie.
Yeah, we went over it all. You don't have to watch this, and go ahead, go watch one of the two movies we described,
or three.
And grab a drink, or Battleship.
It's better.
Grab a drink, grab some popcorn, and remember, stay cinefied until next time. See you guys later. Bye.